be surprised that this week you better see a major, a low arsenal of nothing but bomb, 50 yards, 60 yards, 45 yards. It's over with.
Fires into the end zone. That ball's going to be caught. Touchdown back in the end zone. Brian Thomas Jr. Now he steps forward. Trevor's going to run it if he wants. He's going to run it forward. He's along the left sideline. Trevor's into the end zone. Touchdown. He ran it in. A 15-yard touchdown. Firing downfield. That ball's going to be caught. Rolling into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for Bayshell Toot. Fires once Etienne. Near the goal line. He dives for it. Touchdown. They snuck Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he scored a touchdown with 21 seconds to play and a half. How good is that? Fire. That's Etienne in the middle of the field. Caught. Touchdown. Yet another touchdown pass for Trevor Lawrence. Yet another touchdown catch for Travis Etienne, and the Jags have extended the lead, an 8-yard score. Inside of their state, on his feet, 30-yard line, 25, along the near sideline, 10, 5, touchdown! Travis Etienne has scored again from 45 yards away. How good is that?
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, and Dylan Denmark.
All right, happy Victory Monday, everybody, and welcome to Jaguars Today. Why'd they play the game? Holiday told you on Friday what was going to happen, Tony, that it was going to be a major unleashing of Trevor Lawrence upon the hapless New York Jets, and that's exactly what transpired. Welcome in, everybody. David Garrard's got the day off. Tony Smith, good morning. How enjoyable was that yesterday?
Oh, my goodness.
Name your score.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
The Jags haven't played a bunch of games like that really in franchise history, right? Like they have, every now and then one of those will pop up.
Yeah.
They basically had a month of them, right? Where they're kind of playing these. They are just absolutely dominating teams right now. I get it. The Jets are terrible, and I'm watching the whole league outside of Jacksonville cope with Trevor Lawrence having a day like that by saying, well, the Jets are terrible. It's like, well, they've played a bunch of games this year.
Who else have the Jets played? Have any of those quarterbacks done what Trevor did yesterday?
Right. Like, it's obvious that Trevor had a monster day. You can't just admit that he had a monster day because he did.
You know what? Let him keep fueling that fire, Tone. As we have learned since the game concluded, first player in NFL history with 300 yards passing, 5 passing touchdowns, 50 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown on top of that. I mean, imagine having that guy in your fantasy lineup and not winning this week. Looking at you, fan cam. Looking at you, buddy. All right, so anyway, I mean, what a fantastic day for the offense to have a lot of fun. Defense got 3 interceptions, and some of them were spectacular type plays. I mean, the Monteric Brown catch almost defied the laws of physics. When you go diving in the way he did, body parallel to the ground with your hands, the palms down, and to be able to bat the ball in that position, get the hands under it, and not have that ball ever hit the ground was just absolutely spectacular, as I mentioned. I'll use that word twice on that one. Travis Etienne was unbelievable.
Oh, my gosh.
Yesterday. Yeah. I mean, there were so many guys that had outstanding days, but this was all about the continued ascension of Trevor Lawrence in the Liam Cohen offense.
You know, we talked a lot about Liam Cohen when he got hired here. And looking back at what happened with Baker Mayfield and the Bucs offense last year, and I can remember we had the conversations about kind of the numbers for Baker, right? And why the touchdown number would have been so high for that Buccaneers team last year, right? Like, what was he doing that was creating those opportunities for Baker? You're seeing it, right? Like, they get down to that part of the field and they throw, right? Like, they get in the red zone, they throw.
This is a team that gave up 240 on the ground last week, and they're like, no, we can beat them through the air, and we're going to continue to beat them through the air.
Like, they know that they've run the ball effectively enough in games that teams, when they get down to that part of the field, are saying, we can't make it easy. We can't just let them run it. And I feel like the Bucs were able to take advantage of that all season last year with Liam Cohen as the play caller. So they had, their running backs didn't have big touchdown numbers, right? Rushing. But they were impactful in the pass game as receivers when they got down to that part of the field. And it's why Baker has the touchdown numbers that he had last year. And you're seeing it again here in Jacksonville this season. I think they can run the ball when they get down to that part of the field if they want to, but they don't force themselves to do it. And Trevor's playing well enough right now that you can completely trust him in these situations to get the ball to the right guy at the right spot. He's on a heater unlike I think we've ever seen Trevor Lawrence on.
Yeah, I mean, again, I said it yesterday several times in the postgame. It's not the most important win he'll ever have. I mean, you win in the playoffs, it's going to trump anything you do in the regular season for the most part, unless it's a Week 18 clinching type victory, playoff type atmosphere. But in terms of just statistical brilliance, we may not see another game like that from Trevor Lawrence. We likely won't see another game.
Right. It's the first time it's been done.
There's never been a quarterback in Jaguar history or a player in Jaguar history to account for 6 touchdowns in a game, with combination of passing, rushing, receiving, and for Trevor to do that yesterday, pretty special stuff. And like you said, other teams have played this Jets team, and they haven't necessarily done exactly that to them. Jags putting up touchdowns in every single quarter yesterday, and I think they still left a few plays out there on the field. So honestly, right?
They did, yeah.
But look, the bottom line, it's not the margin of victory or the final stats. Oh, that's great. You treated a team that you were significantly better than like you were significantly better than them. And that was it. And I got some pushback last Friday from you guys are jinxing us. You guys are, I can't stand, you're sitting back and acting like the Jets are not a professional team. It doesn't matter anything we say. You got to understand, nothing we say. We could have sat here and said the Jags were going to lose all week, and it wouldn't have any impact one way or the other.
The Chargers week, we did.
Yes, for example.
Yeah.
All right. But, I mean, last week we could have said anything. Just, I think some people are stuck in the mindset of they're waiting for the other shoe to drop. And, well, it can't be this good, right? Well, maybe it can. Maybe it can be this good. Maybe they are a legitimate 10-4, and they've beaten some really good teams along the way. Did they get their butts handed to them a time or two? Sure. Okay. That's life in the big leagues. Nobody said they're a perfect team, but they continue to ascend in the AFC ranks, and the pressure is on because Houston's not losing. No. So fine. You know what? Let's see what this team is made of, Tony. Let's put them in the mindset of we have to beat the Denver Broncos to get to where we want. When the reality is they can get to the postseason without beating Denver.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not locked in there yet, but they're close to being a mortal lock to make the postseason. I'm not worried about that at all. Anyway, today, want your reaction. It is a Victory Monday, and I'd particularly love to hear, I mean, legitimately, not to mock you, the people that were calling us and telling us that they knew Liam Cohen knew that he couldn't win with Trevor Lawrence, that he was just biding his time. He's saying all the right things until it's time to dump him in the offseason. I mean, we heard that a bunch.
It wasn't just one person. Yeah.
Even when they were winning early in the year. So, maybe it's time to have an honest conversation with yourself that maybe it's possible for a quarterback to get better in his mid-20s. He's not 36 years old. He's 26 years old.
Yeah.
And he's got some stability, and he's got a good set of playmakers around him, and he's got an offensive line that is not allowing him to be sacked oftentimes this year. We'll get into that decision as well. No Walker Little on the active roster yesterday. Cole Van Lannon gets the start. Jags basically don't let Trevor Lawrence get touched. So a lot of good coming out of that. Sure, we can critique some of the mistakes that they made as well, including some of those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, which are absolutely ridiculous. Don't get baited by a bad football team. That's all they have. So today, if you want to be a part of the conversation, 641-1010 for the phone lines or for the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Coach Denmark, how was your weekend?
Man, Reigns won the state title Friday night, and I didn't care about anything else.
You were Gucci.
I was so
as you
pumped.
like to say.
Yeah, I was.
Why so
lit.
fired up for Reigns? Just happy for a Duval school?
Yeah, Duval County Public School, man. People don't know how.
Yeah, that is the Duval
That
County
is.
Public
It's
School.
not only is the public school main one here, but man, private school and public school, private school plays on different. They play on different rules, man. And for them to do a public school and to beat that Miami Northwestern team.
Apparently, you're right. That Miami Northwestern team that you told me was absolutely loaded.
They are.
And that apparently the atmosphere was very inhospitable.
13,000 people were at that game.
And chanting a lot of derogatory things.
Oh, yeah.
So congrats to the Reigns Vikings getting it done. State championship representing all of Duval Rain's probably like, sorry, Baldwin, you can't have a piece of this, but that's all right. That's just the way it goes. So Dylan, Denmark is here. You can hit us all up today on the social media platforms of your choice at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at 1010XL Denmark.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
And stream us on YouTube, on X, on Facebook for the oldsters or whatever you like. Just direct your browser in that direction. And let's talk victorious Jaguar football. Happy Victory Monday. Jags have 10 wins with 3 games to go in Liam Cohen's first year as head coach of the
seventh
Jaguars.
time they've hit 10 wins in franchise history.
Franchise history,
Right.
Tony.
And if they can win the next 3, which they'll have the opportunity to, it'll be the second biggest
best
win total in franchise history, behind only that 99 team. I don't want to hear any hype tracks, boys. None of that nonsense.
HBO's got a special coming out on the Super Bowl Shuffle, and they showed Singletary going, we had to win. You don't want to make that song and not win. But the Jags, well, they won yesterday, and that's all they could do. So we'll worry about the Denver Broncos as the week goes on. Your reaction to the Jags' 48-20 pounding of the New York Jets straight ahead on Jaguars Today on a Victory Monday on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. When all the games are in the books, it's time to take a closer look. Post-game Monday, dive into Sunday's matchups and break down the key moments, surprising plays, and everything in between. Prepared by Dandy Foods on 1010XL.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville Trust. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Jaguars Today Monday is built by Dream Finders Homes.
Official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
1010XL is committed to getting you closer to your favorite players. That's why we sent Jags beat reporter Hayes Carlyon to bring you back one-on-one interviews in the locker room, unsealed by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Chelsea here. Ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors before the new year? During Renewal by Anderson's December sales event, buy one, get one 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months, it's never been easier to say yes. Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Offer ends December 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, listen to your vision, and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit hollispools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233. Time's running out. The $2,000 federal tax credit on AC replacement expires December 31st. Bold City AC will help you upgrade to a qualifying energy-efficient system and give you a $1,000 cash buyback for your old unit. If your AC is old, loud, barely hanging on, replace it this month to lock in a $2,000 tax credit and an additional $1,000 buyback. Bold City Heating and Air. Free estimates, next day installs. Visit boldcityac.com.
If Santa had a pit crew, it'd look a lot like Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Fast, friendly, and they get the job done in 15 minutes while you stay in your car. No appointment needed. Just pull up and let their technicians handle the rest. With convenient locations, a 4.7-star national rating, and ranked #1 Quick Lube by Forbes, Valvoline delivers service even Santa would trust. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, helping Jacksonville reduce the stress of holiday travel.
Checkmate.
I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, adorable mascot for Checkmate Coatings.
If you're thinking of refinishing your garage floor, there's 2 things you need to know about us. My family has been in the concrete coatings industry for more than 40 years.
And I was drawn 6 months ago by an artist in New Jersey.
Why is that even relevant?
Well, you said 40 years experience, so I had to give them something.
Over the years, we've worked closely with major manufacturers to develop a multi-layer application process that creates beautiful, durable, and long-lasting floors.
So even decades from now, your garage floor will look as gorgeous as it did the day it was installed.
Experience?
Check. Durable?
Check. Decades of experience making garage floors gorgeous? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, DG's got the day off. He'll be back with us next Monday, hopefully our 11th Victory Monday. It's going to be a big one, but I'm not going to really worry about the Denver Broncos today. Let them worry about themselves. Would have been nice for the Green Bay Packers to move them a game closer to the Jags, and next week would have been a seed-flipping outcome, Tony. But, hey, it is what it is. Still vitally important to the Jaguars to continue to win with Houston breathing down their necks right now. Jaguars' chances to make the playoffs as of this morning are 99%, according to the New York Times / The Athletic playoff thing, right? To get the number 1 seed, they have an 11% chance. To host a game in the wild card round, they're 49% chance. So if I change it just to win the division, they're 61% to win the division. So I guess 61% is they'd either host a wild card or be the number 1 seed and have the bye. So the combination of those two would be what it is. And it's funny because you can go through and you can click, well, what are the Jags' chances if they win this game or that game or the other game? And just to make the playoffs, if you click all 3 remaining games, we know what happens if they win the remaining 3. They win the AFC South, unquestioned, right? It just tells you they have a greater than 99% chance to make. Well, yes, 100 is greater than 99.
Even
but
the computers can't show respect.
It's just fun right now to look and say you're basically like barring a total collapse. Win any of these remaining games, and you're going to be just fine to get into the postseason. Now they have obviously higher goals than that. You find yourself at 10-4 in first place. Win the division first, secure as many potential home games as possible, and then take them one at a time after that. And, why can't this team make a run? Again, probably not the focus of today. I'm not saying that they're going to play teams the caliber of the Jets. Even the Titans have more life than the Jets, it looks like right now.
No, but even if you're a little squirrely about their opportunities to make a run in the playoffs, they can answer some of those questions this week.
Big time.
Right?
Go into Denver?
The way they play Denver this week will give you a good idea of where they really are going into a playoff push potentially. I'm not saying that you should expect the Jacksonville Jaguars to beat the Broncos by 3 touchdowns, right? Like that's not it. But find a way to beat the Broncos on the road in December. Like all those kind of things going on. You put the entire AFC on real notice.
Right. Nobody's been beating the Broncos, period. Never mind by multiple touchdowns. Right. The 2 games that they lost to Indy by a single point. Remember, that was a game where Indy missed the field goal, but they called a leverage penalty against Denver on the final play of the game. So it went from a 60-yard field goal to a 45, and Indy kicked a walk-off field goal to win it. Then they lost to the Chargers by 3. That was in week 3. So they've lost 2 games by a total of 4 points. If you don't think the Denver Broncos are good, well, you're wrong. I just don't think they're great. I think they are good, and they're consistently finding ways to win close games, and we always say that's the mark of a good team. Well, they continue to do that. Another technically one-possession game last night, or yesterday afternoon, an 8-point victory, 7 the week before, 1 the week before, 3 before that, 3 before that, 3 before that. They did beat Dallas pretty handily, but that's been few and far between. They beat the Giants by a point. They beat the Jets by 2, the same Jets team. They beat them 13-11.
Yeah.
You beat them 48-20.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a little better.
And I know we'll get into it more and more as we go through the week, but from a Broncos perspective, Bo Nix, who's just been kind of for the last month and a half or so, was really good yesterday.
He was.
Right? Like, he was great against Green Bay. Right? So they're getting him rolling a little bit, potentially, at the right time of year. We'll see what the Jaguars can do to stop any of that.
Yeah, this is just another good road opponent. I mean, you've got to San Francisco. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And we're able to win that game. This one at this stage is obviously the biggest one you've got so far this year.
Yeah.
You know, and
if they go and beat the Broncos on the road this week, then we can start all the yelling about what the league cost them by what they did to them
with the
against
Cincinnati
the Bengals.
game, right?
Yeah.
But I'll say that, you know, if you take the sum total of that, and you do that to everybody around the league, including the Jags, right? Were there a play or two that maybe it didn't come as the final play of the game, but do the Raiders and Cardinals point to a play or two in regulation where they'd say, well, yeah, all right, if you're going to take that one, we'll take this one, and you never get to overtime with us. So it is what it is. I understand your point, and I don't disagree that one should have been in the win column for the Jags, but in the sum total of things, I don't feel like this is a season where they've been screwed out of what they've earned at this point. All right, let's get to the phone lines for the first time on a Victory Monday at 641-1010. Let's get to Robert on the west side to lead things off this morning. Good morning, Robert.
It was always the Jaguars.
Yes, sir. Duval! Let's all lose our voices together, brother.
We're going to be riding in the Mile High on Cloud 9, and we're going to leave there with a bad taste in the Denver Broncos' mouth, baby. Let's go, Jaguars. Keep the city riding high, baby. We on your back.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Right. Hey, you're allowed to look ahead if you want to. We're not going to be breaking it down, but if you want to talk about what the Jags are going to do rolling into Denver next week, why not? Look, Denver's won a bunch in a row. Jags should be on a 7-game winning streak right now. They've won 5, and again, they blew
2
it.
of the 3 longest win streaks right now in the league.
Right.
Yeah. Houston's the only one longer with 6.
Man, you think back, I mean, there are a couple of low points, definitely, in the season. And look, the season's not over. And I'm going to say this. Denver goes out and wins 28-14 next week. It doesn't mean the Jags are all of a sudden a bad football team.
No.
Right? I think if you don't believe at this point that they're a good football team, then you're either shell-shocked from all the years of them letting you down or maybe you're choosing to see things in a particular light. Now, good football teams fail to win the Super Bowl every single year. A bunch of them do. So nobody's saying that they're the best team in the National Football
It's
League.
not like the Bills haven't been good for the last half decade.
Right. They've been a really good, sometimes great football team that hasn't made a Super Bowl.
The Ravens, same kind of thing. It's like they've had really good teams, doesn't mean they've won a Super Bowl. The
Correct.
Chiefs have always been in the way.
But you are in that conversation now, at least for 2025, and they're probably a lot sooner than a lot of people expect them to be. I did pick them to win the division, Tone, but by the skin of their teeth on the final week of the season to get to 9.
Yeah.
They've already surpassed that expectation. I can't help what the other teams do. I can't help what the Houston Texans do. They are outperforming expectations as well at this point, especially after an 0-3 start. But the Jags are definitely exceeding my preseason expectations for this football team. Larry on the north side next up here on Jaguars Today on a Victory Monday. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning.
Good morning, Larry.
I'm fired up.
You should be.
Jacksonville Nation. I'm going to tell you right now my prediction, and y'all might not agree with it, but we will be the Super Bowl champs. Nobody going to get in our way, baby. The bulldozer is out, baby. We got this. That's how I feel about it.
All right, Larry. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Larry went into his other persona there for a second. Hey, there are plenty of teams that are going to stand in their way. The question is, can they overcome them. You know, like it's fun just to have the ability to sit here and let your mind wander to that, right? 99% chance to make the playoffs. You still got to take care of a little bit of business here. You can't be losing the last three. Does this look like a team that's going to lose to Tennessee?
No.
Or to the Phillip Rivers-led Indianapolis Colts? I mean, they give them credit. They had a lot of fight on the road yesterday. There's no question about it. But I have a lot of confidence in this team, which kind of goes back to what we talked about all last week. We expected this to be a blowout. Tony, we had the score exactly right. We just had it right with 10:47 remaining in the third quarter, 31-13.
I know.
I mean, it was I was like, oh, there it is, 31-13.
I had 31-10. I thought the game was over at half.
Hold him here. Right, Dylan had it, man. He told you we should have listened to Holiday. We should have just listened to Holiday and added about 3 touchdowns. All right, let's get Brandon out at the beach next up here on Jaguars Today on a Victory Monday. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, guys. Super excited. Fan forever. You know what's a really cool stat that I heard yesterday, and I think it really kind of exemplifies what's going on with this team and how the offense is clicking, is that 4 out of 5 that Trevor has not finished a game. That's amazing. And I don't think any other team has that like we are right now. We're really on a roll. And that momentum I think, is going to carry us very, very far.
Yeah,
it's going to travel really well.
Absolutely, brother. Appreciate it. And look, what you're referencing is the ability to put in the backup quarterback because you have the game salted away for the most part. And the one you didn't was the Arizona game. But you beat the Chargers. Are the Chargers good? They seem to be pretty good, right? Yeah. They're very competitive. They just beat Philadelphia and Kansas City back-to-back. And I get it. Kansas City's not what they were, and Patrick Mahomes is done for the year with the torn ACL and all that now. But that wasn't the case throughout most of the game. Beat them 35-6. You had the squeaker against Arizona. You beat Tennessee 25-3. Has Tennessee been a lot more competitive than that? I mean, they scored, 24 against San Francisco on the road yesterday, I think it was. They won the week before against Cleveland. I'm not saying Cleveland's good, but, I mean, the Jags right now are taking bad teams and telling them, you don't have a chance. And we're going to let you know that pretty early. And then, we may play with our food along the way a little bit here.
Yeah.
But there's no realistic chance you have of getting back in this football game and actually winning it.
The Jags are playing like a team, and I think it's really Jacksonville and Houston. When you look at the AFC playoff picture, they're the scary matchups, I think, for teams. Buffalo, I think, would be thrown in there as well.
Just because of Josh Allen, man.
Right. The New England-Denver thing, I don't think there's a whole lot of fear factor, right, playing those teams. We'll see what it looks like this week, but I don't think there's anything about them that really inspire like a fear factor type thing right now. There is a momentum to the way the Jaguars are playing. There's a momentum to what the Texans can do on defense. And there's the momentum of Josh Allen playing again like an MVP, right? Like it's that kind of thing. And really, maybe Drake May is on the list. I would put Josh Allen probably on the list as guys that are playing quarterback better than Trevor Lawrence in the entire league right now. But that may be the entire list of quarterbacks that I think are Stafford. Right, but like it's a really short list of guys that are actually playing the position better than Trevor Lawrence.
And that's for a small window, though.
It is,
but hey,
but it's the most important window.
Well, the most important window obviously is going to be the postseason, and you can carry that over into that. I will say this: am I scared of Denver? No, not in the sense that they're like a peak Tom Brady Patriots team, but they got a really good defense.
Really good defense.
Right? They can rush the passer. Pat Surtain is one of the best cover men in the National Football League. I don't fear their running game at all.
Nope.
They've got a nice collection of wide receivers. I mean, they're pretty good, led by Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims. If Pat Bryant plays, he didn't play this week. They've got a decent collection of talent. Bo Nix is a pretty good quarterback. But in terms of a fear factor, they're nothing like, a Mahomes team of like 2 years ago, 3 years ago that, just you felt like was inevitable to go to a Super Bowl.
Like Josh Allen's playing a type of quarterback right now where there's a point in the game where he just takes over.
That's what he's been doing.
Right, like something
they were also down big in that game.
That's the thing. He takes over.
I don't know if the Jags are going to get up on somebody like 21-0 and have some team turn that around. Now, we did it 19 right. Now, I get it, right? But I don't think that I feel like there were so many things that went into that. But it certainly, you're right, it happened. So, look, not going to worry about what's going to happen that much. Pretty happy about what did happen yesterday. If you want to get in and talk about it, you're welcome to at 641-1010. Our Victory Monday continues here. We'll hear from Liam Cohen coming up on the other side in the victorious post-game atmosphere. Mike Dempsey and Tony Smith. DG's got the day off. This is Victory Monday on Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
It's December. You need cash. You also need a new Kia Fast. At Kia on Atlantic, you can get both because it's our year-end cash bash. And during the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event, make no payments for up to 6 months. Or take advantage of 0% APR. Hurry and get to the year-end cash bash. Online at KiaOnAtlantic.com. Kia on Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Dreamfinders Homes Monday on Jaguars Today.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Hear that? That's your ducks begging for help. Now listen, that's the sound of victory. Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Lloyd's now offers professional duct cleaning for homes and businesses across North Florida, helping reduce dust and allergens so you can breathe easier. Family-owned, local, trusted. Call Lloyd's Heating and Air or visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com, keeping you comfortable in every season.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296. Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429. Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 48th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach open 7 days a week in December.
San Jose Collision is hiring for an automotive detailer and porter. If you're detail-oriented, dependable, and love working with cars, apply in person at San Jose Collision in Mandarin. Valid driver's license required.
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account. With the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, from Mac, in Delaware, frequent caller on the X platform. The national media doesn't like us. Let's prove them wrong. If they're not with us, forget them. No one acknowledged the day Trevor had. I didn't watch every postgame show, but I watched a little bit of halftime. Like, I thought they can't be very far off the lead item here, right? I mean, they're on a long streak, and they just hit their 10th win, coming off a 4-win season. Trevor Lawrence had an unprecedented day, statistically. And it was like, I saw him talk about like 4 other teams. I'm like, that's it, man. I'm flipping.
I think it was CBS, Bill Cowher, and that crew. I saw they spent about a 10-minute segment. They were talking Jaguars and Texans, right? And kind of where they stand in the AFC. But it was pretty evenly split between the two. So they spent about 5 minutes on each. But I think they deserve at least that at this point in the season. If we're going to talk about teams getting ready for the playoffs, I don't know how the Jags don't close to lead your conversations in the AFC.
Imagine if C.J. Stroud had the day Trevor Lawrence had yesterday. The dissertations that would have been given on, the young dynamic head coach quarterback duo that's set to take over the AFC.
Yeah, it was kind of an odd thing, too, because part of it was they were like, Trevor, just outstanding day, what Liam Cohen's doing for him. And then they went, but that defense. And I'm like, I get it, right? Like, I get it, but hold on. With all the criticism that Trevor takes over and over and over, can you give him a moment, to gloss on him a little bit? Like, he deserves it yesterday.
Has been really good, by the way. And they had those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties where you can't have them. Right? They're trying to bait you on some of them. Just stay above the fray, and you probably keep some points off the board yesterday because a couple of their drives continued because of those. But it was also funny. I'm just such a, I like to revel in other people's misfortune, Tony. And I saw some Panther fans. I don't even know why. Like, why don't you guys shush and sit in your little corner until you do something over here? But some Panther fans.
How about the Saints wrecking the division here?
Right. Like, they're going on about, the Jaguars win against us isn't that impressive because we're not the same team. As if the Jags are.
Right.
And you're right. You're not the same team. You just lost to the Saints. Okay. And we've won 5 in a row. So congratulations to you for your recent hot streak or whatever. I think Carolina is a competitive team. Right. They are better. But, you can't lose by 16 points to a team and then try to say you're on the same level as them. Victories have consequences to them until you get a chance to get some revenge. Or like if it was a one-off and your record was significantly better and you're like, yeah, well, it's a fluke, whatever. No, you're 3 games worse record-wise and you got handled. Accept it. It's okay. People have a hard time accepting when the Jags are good. They do.
Like, accept it. You're losing to one of the best teams in Jaguars franchise history. You can't just – they're good.
And it came so quickly, too, right? I mean, just like – and I heard Dan say this morning, he knows for a fact that they didn't think they were a Super Bowl team. I can imagine who he's, hearing that from. And look, that's just being realistic. That doesn't mean that they're saying, oh, we can't win today. We're not going to try to win today. We're not going to try to win every game we can. It's just – sometimes you got to be realistic.
Yeah.
Do I think the Jags should be the Super Bowl favorite? No, I don't think they should be the favorite. But should they be completely dismissed? Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. Let's hear just one thought from Liam Cohen before we go back to the phones. Just his impression post-game of the day that Trevor Lawrence had.
Yeah, I thought he was very accurate with the football, started hot, allowing these guys to be able to continue to catch and run. Especially over the middle of the field. The vertical throws I thought were very impressive. 6 total touchdowns, scrambling. Very proud of Trevor and his preparation, the way that he's practiced, the way that he's continued to lead our offense and do what we're asking him to do at a high level, though. I mean, he's playing at a high level right now.
No doubt, Tone. And even the play to Parker Washington, right, which was similar to the one to Tim Patrick last week, where he rolls left and heaves it up. It looks like a heave, right? It looks like he's throwing it up for grabs. Parker Washington, when you watch the replay of just him running the route, he never broke stride. He was running to that spot the whole way. And, was it ideal? No. Was there some risk involved in the play? Sure, there was some. But that's the kind of heater that Trevor's on right now. You had Jacoby Myers Brenton Strange, Parker Washington, Brian Thomas, and Travis Etienne all have a reception of 21 yards or more in the game yesterday. I went from lowest to highest right there. The high being 45, the shortest of those being 21, and a bunch in between. And then Trevor had a 20-yard run. So 6 different guys providing explosive plays for the offense yesterday. Good stuff. All right, back to the lines we go on a Victory Monday. Paul on the north side is up next on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Paul.
Hey, good morning. Love the show, guys.
Thank you.
I wanted to think ahead because we never get to very often to look forward to the playoffs, so I'm going to take full advantage of this. Let's just say the next couple of weeks go the way we want them to, and the Jaguars pull off wins, which they can absolutely do. When we get to the last week and our seeding is locked up, I just want to know what's your opinion on do we continue to play the starters in that final week, whether win, lose, it doesn't matter, we don't move seeding or for momentum, or do we sit our guys and let them rest given the fact that it's such a long season? And I'll take it off the air. Thanks.
All right. Appreciate it. You're getting way out ahead of
a lot of things have to happen.
But as a general rule, like if you're playing the very next week and you don't have a bye, then, yeah, I'm protecting my guys. Maybe I'd throw them out there for a ceremonial drive just so they stay in the rhythm of warming up and getting into a game and stuff like that. But I'm not – why put them at risk at that point? For me, I don't see much – value to it. But I'll say this, in Liam we trust, right? As of right now, Liam Cohen is pulling the levers, pushing the buttons, and he is winning a lot more than he's losing. So I'm going to trust whatever plan he'll come up with in that circumstance. Let's get to that circumstance. It may matter a lot, right, that final week in terms of – and some of it is who do you want to play, right? Like if you win – and you end up getting X opponent if you win, and if you don't win, all these things have to factor into it. How much do you want to go opponent shopping, potentially? You might be in that position.
You just don't know. And it's still so far away, and so much has to happen to have any kind of clear idea of what that's going to be. As we've already talked about, Houston is keeping the pressure on.
Look, right, you win the next 2, Tony. If Houston does the same, you have to win Week 18.
Yeah, and they'll be playing in the same window. You better believe that.
Right.
Like, those games will not be, the outcome of the other. That's not the way that the NFL is going to handle that.
Houston will win this week. They're playing the Raiders. So if you lose to Denver, you're in second place.
Yeah.
It's that quick.
Now you have to make up.
Now you have to hope the Texans lose to the Chargers. That's why just take care of your own business, and we don't have to even look back.
Absolutely.
You win, you're fine. Nothing's gaining on you if you win. Let me get what are we doing?
So I got some breaking news in the last 10 minutes with the Jets coaching staff. They just fired their defensive coordinator.
Oh, no. Well, Hey, guys, is my job secure? As long as the quarterback doesn't have an unprecedented statistical day against us, I think you'll be fine. Wait, what? Oh, huh? So 300 yards, 5 touchdowns, 50 yards on the ground, and another touchdown is enough to get your defense coordinator fired. Makes sense to me, So Aaron Glenn shaking things up here with a few weeks to go.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to sacrifice somebody lest it be him, because he is a defensive-minded head coach, and they usually get a lot of blame for whatever side of the ball they specialize on if it fails to live up to its potential. All right, let's do this. Instead of getting behind, let's take a time out here. We'll come back and knock out some more of your calls in the next segment on a Victory Monday if you want to hang in there and weigh in on the Jags' latest, a 48-20 win over the New York Jets. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey for big number 1 Duval Ford, where it's truck time. Check out Duval Ford's huge selection of brand new F-150s. That's America's best-selling truck now for over 40 years. And right now, you can drive an F-150 home with an incredible 0% financing for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days. That's right, 0 interest, no payments until next year. Your new F-150 is waiting at big number 1 Duval Ford. Visit them online at DuvalFord.com or stop by the Duval Ford showroom at 1616 Cassett Avenue today.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. There's a reason why people love to listen to play-by-play on the radio.
This is unbelievable what we're witnessing. I'm serious.
1010XL, Jacksonville's home for play-by-play.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Dailies Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Dailies is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars today.
You're settled into a Dream Finders Homes Monday.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
If simple shopping sounds like more fun, check out 1010XL's Holiday Gift Guide, packed with great gift ideas from Kuhn Flowers, Sawgrass Marriott Spa, and Brackish Vodka. Start shopping and saving at 1010XL.com.
Duval Fence is looking for the best in fence installers. Check out DuvalFence.com right now and fence in a great job opportunity. From estimates to installers, they're looking for you right now. Log on to DuvalFence.com for all the details. Equal opportunity employer.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Trevor Lawrence soared on Sunday versus New York. The franchise quarterback tallied 330 yards on 20 of 32 attempts and had 6 total touchdowns in what was a legendary day. The Golden One let the Jets know that he's the captain now, and he's your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
This holiday season, Universal Roof and Contracting is making it easy to check roof repairs off your list. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through December 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized Cash Rewards or unlimited Cash Rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Warrants reserved.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, DG on assignment today, but we continue on a Victory Monday. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Dylan Denmark here with you. Congrats to the Reigns Vikings, taking home the only state title for the city of Jacksonville from high school football 2025. And congrats to the Jacksonville Jaguars for posting their 10th win in 14 games. And I saw if they score 48, I think it's 48. It's 68. If they score 68 points in the final 3 games, which is a little under 23 a game, they will average the most points per game of any team in Jaguar history. If they score something like 48, they'll score the most points, but they have the benefit of an extra game.
Right, the average.
So the average, and that would put them somewhere over 26 points a game on average, or leave them at
who would be second if the Jags break it?
All time?
Yeah.
It'd be their own record, just the franchise record.
But who scored the most points? What year?
I'm guessing 99.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. But I did see that out there. I'm sure it wouldn't be very difficult to dig up over a Pro Football Reference. But either way, and I get it. We're in an offensive era and all that, but say what you want, man. I mean, and I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence is the perfect quarterback. I'm not saying he's never going to throw a bad interception again. He will. He'll have us pulling our hair out at some point in the future. Hopefully it'll be not too frequently, and hopefully it'll be next year or beyond. Right? But he probably will frustrate the hell out of us. But right now, I mean, he's giving you – this is the quarterback you had hoped you drafted, right? I mean, this is the guy that you thought that was a generational type statistical performance, right? I mean, because it's never been done.
Yeah.
It's never.
Yeah.
No one has ever posted and hit those milestones in all those categories. 300 yards passing, 5 passing touchdowns, 50 on the ground, and a rushing touchdown.
Like we talk about the Trevor Lawrence experience, and the pick is going to come, right, for Trevor. We just haven't seen it in a while now. So you kind of put it in the rear view for now. I think a lot of people do. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen again at some point where he throws one that you're like, what? Why? Right? But if you watch the NFL with the same lens that you watch Trevor Lawrence, you'll see even the really, really good ones do that every now and then. It happens. Right? Like when it happens to Trevor, it won't be only Trevor does this. It's like, no, every now and then guys get bit when they're trying to make these kind of things happen. Trevor still, even when all that was going on, there would be that 2 or 3 moments in a game where you're like, what? How does anyone do that? Right? Like Trevor always carried that with him. Even when the interceptions were happening, there were still those moments that you were like, gosh.
Right, the positive end of it.
Like crazy stuff. And he's still got the crazy stuff going on. I mean, that throw to Parker yesterday, is there even a handful of quarterbacks in the league that can make that play?
There are not many who would try that.
Right. Like, it's wild that in back-to-back weeks he's had that kind of moment. He's got that in him, right? Like, I'm not saying that the interceptions are gone forevermore, but when he cuts the interceptions out for a week or a month or that kind of thing, you're still getting the special from Trevor Lawrence the entire time that all that's going on. And when you got the special without the picks, then you're right. They can beat anybody.
Was Josh Allen good yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't turn it over, right?
Yeah.
He had 3 touchdowns. He let it come back. I mean, statistically, he threw for 193, okay? But he had the 3 touchdowns. He ran for 48 yards. He's an impactful player. I'm not downgrading Josh Allen.
Doubt.
But I'm watching, Tony, just that it was kind of a routine play. They're down in the red zone, and I glance up at red zone, and he hits Dalton Kincaid. Actually, he doesn't, though, because he puts it, like, behind his hip. And Dalton Kincaid reaches back, and you're allowed to make a play for your quarterback.
Help a guy out, yeah.
Right? And, like, that'd be, Trevor didn't put it on the numbers.
Yeah.
Or so-and-so did. Like, you can't always, with all this stuff swirling around you, deliver the ball with pinpoint that degree of accuracy, and you got to have guys make plays. He has been delivering the ball, however, with a lot of that pinpoint accuracy the last few weeks.
The way, like, the games have started the last few weeks, and we've seen Trevor throughout his career early in games, it's like, all right, pick it up. Come on, Trevor, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And you almost had to wait a quarter for it to happen, right, before you felt like he was really in the flow of the game. But the last couple of weeks, it's been from the moment they set foot on the field. He's been in rhythm. Right? And I do think that is the Liam Cohen thing is paying dividends at this point in the season. I don't know what the dividends are ultimately going to be for this football team and Trevor Lawrence specifically, but right now he is so comfortable so early, and they're pushing the ball downfield, which you can see it. There's a joy to the way that Trevor Lawrence plays when he's allowed to just push it downfield. Right? Like, you can tell that's what he wants to do.
Those receivers want that.
Yeah, there's
the offensive line wants that. If we're going to block our asses off, let's make some explosive plays here.
Right.
We like running it down people's throats. Every offensive line does. But if we're going to pass block for you, put the ball, deliver the ball timely, help us out on and he's doing that. He is making plays where he's avoiding the rush, making plays with his feet. I'm telling you, I said it in the postgame. JP Shadrick's going, Trevor, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Go.
Run,
Wait, no, you're not right. Go. And he scores a touchdown. And it's like he's making, the cliche above the X's and O's type plays on occasion.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it every time.
And he's been a player that when we've seen him in those situations, we get nervous. because we've seen him stretch the play, and then try to throw it where he shouldn't throw it, right? It's like, what are you trying to do when there's 3 defenders between you and the guy you're throwing the ball to? And in that moment, he said, nope, I'm not going to try to do that. I have an opportunity to run. He ran.
Yeah.
Right? Like, even the understanding of where he is in the offense in the game, I mean, it's just grown so much here in the last few weeks.
All right, Jesse and Maryland next up here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Jesse.
Hi. So I am looking at this entire season as just, gravy. It's like we didn't not only not expect it, but just in general with, what Liam Cohen is doing and what Tony Vaselli's doing, it's looking a lot more like we're building something more like the old 90s Cowboys with Jimmy Johnson and almost, dare I say, Belichick-type thing where we plug and play.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, man.
The same thing.
I mean, come on. Dallas won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years, and the Patriots won 6 in the Belichick era. I don't think we're anywhere close to that yet.
Just that entire, aura that, we haven't done anything yet, but in terms of like that kind of mentality, like we're just going to, plug and play and these guys are going to just show up.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no, they've got a winning mentality right now, and obviously it's showing in the results, showing in the way they played, showing that they didn't overlook the Jets this week. But I'm not at all comfortable comparing them to great dynastic teams when they haven't even officially qualified for the playoffs yet.
No, look, after that 2022 season, there were a lot of people, including a couple in this room, that thought they were a Super Bowl favorite in 23.
Yes.
Right? And they were 8-3 at one point in that season. Then we saw the last year and a half happen to the Jags before this season. So it's not like they haven't had a run where we all had that kind of confidence that now we go, like this is it. We're here now. Watch out, league. It's not like we haven't had those moments. There are chapters to be written still in the 2025 season. I would tell Jaguars fans, look, I get it. I understand the kind of want to get ahead of it. We love it. Celebrate it, that kind of thing. Enjoy the moment. Right, we'll see what the next moment's going to be, but enjoy the moment. You haven't had a bunch of these. Ride the wave while it's on.
Right, and just because you didn't expect it,
yeah,
next year's not guaranteed. You got a lot of key players whose contracts are up. Jacoby Myers, Devin Lloyd, Cole Van Land, and Travis Etienne. Not necessarily in that order, but those are some of the players you're going to have to make decisions on and try to get that done. And hopefully they'll be able to do some of that. But next year's, look, maybe you have a bunch of injuries. You don't know. Enjoy the one you got right now, even if it's gravy. And don't take it for granted. You find yourself in this position. Take advantage of it. Jesse, thank you for the call. We got to take a time out here. We'll come back, get some more of your reactions in hour number 2 at 641-1010 on a Victory Monday on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. What a great way to start the day with a little victory, smile on your face, and a nice warm breakfast sandwich in your belly. You know what? Whether it's a breakfast sandwich in the morning or a sandwich or sub from Dandy's classic line any time of day, they've got your back here in Duval. Dandy is a local company started nearly 70 years ago by a local family, the Thompsons, who are still going strong to this very date. Generations of them have served up some fantastic food on the go style, including the new twin pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage breakfast item, ready to go in under a minute. You get the sweet, you get the salty, you get all the deliciousness. It's a hearty portion at 7 ounces. You find that and all Dandy items at local daily stores all over Jacksonville. So pop in, check them out. Whatever your taste, whatever your hunger, Dandy's got something to fulfill it. And do what I do when you're looking for something to do well, folks. Go out and make yours a Dandy and do it today.
Jaguars Today.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. At 1010XL. Fred Taylor is now in 1010XL's backfield.
Fred Taylor with 2 touchdowns.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Chevrolet wishes you and your family a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. The holidays are in full swing at Nimnick Chevrolet. Right now, save up to 20% off a new Silverado or get financing rates as low as 0% on models including Silverado, Equinox, and Trailblazer during the Red Tag Sales event. Nimnick Chevrolet is the largest inventory on the ground, ready for you to explore. So shop online 24/7 at nimnickchevy.com or visit the dealership at Park and Cabot. Who's got more new vehicles at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Dream Finders Homes Monday.
Jaguars today.
Hey folks, Frank Frangie here for Lee & Kate's Glass. Now with the holidays coming, it's time to update that dated-looking bathroom setup and give yourself the gift of a gorgeous new frameless shower with big, sexy glass. You spend every morning and night in that bathroom. A new shower enclosure from Lee & Kate's Glass will look fantastic and make your bathroom feel like a luxurious spa. You'll love it. You deserve it. Request the free in-home consultation. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
Really want to light up the night this New Year's Eve? Superior Fireworks on Blanding Boulevard has something for everyone on any budget. Their holiday sale is happening right now. Shop early and save big on their massive selection of quality fireworks. Don't get stuck with the same old this year. Let Superior Fireworks help you customize an amazing celebration. With fountains, shells, repeaters, and grand finale racks. Visit the store in Orange Park or online at superiorfireworks.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, garagedoor911.com.
It's time for the Plumbing 411 from Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. When your kitchen or bathroom drain just won't clear, there's probably a deeper blockage. Food scraps, grease, soap scum, even small objects can jam up your pipes. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining uses advanced tools to find the clog and flush it away for good. Don't wait for a tiny clog to become a big headache. Make the superior choice when your drains are clogged. And learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, folks were smiling thanks to more of their own money in their accounts. Hello, it's Congressman Aaron Bean. This year, we delivered the largest tax cut in history, the Working Families Tax Cut. It will help you keep more of what you earn, strengthen Medicaid, and protect the financial strength of Northeast Florida's families, businesses, and seniors. During the holidays, and as always, serving you is what we do. Visit bean.house.gov. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
This is the home of the Florida Gators. Get your Gators hoops on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Zero Res. Trevor Lawrence has been nominated for the NFL Player of the Week award after completing 20 passes for 330 yards and 5 touchdowns and rushing 5 times for 51 yards and 1 touchdown in Week 15, becoming the only player in NFL history with 300-plus pass yards, 5-plus pass TDs, 1-plus rushing touchdown, and 50-plus rush yards in a single game. Right now, 48 degrees at 11:03 time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. He's our QB. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, DG's got the day off. He'll be back with us next Monday. And he is very excited about the quarterback play, mind you. Did send me a text on that front. Anyway, why wouldn't you be very excited about the quarterback play? I mean, come on. The quarterback doing things that no quarterback in the league had ever done, and certainly no Jaguar quarterback had ever done in terms of producing 5 touchdowns, plus the rushing to make it 6 total. Had a handful of guys who had produced 5 in a game. Just good all-around stuff right there. And but there's an aspect that we mentioned earlier, Tony, and I don't want it to be overlooked, so let's discuss it quickly with today's 10-10 Take.
10-10.
10-10 Take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 Take. Brightened up by First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
All right, so Jags do not allow a sack again. All right, this is many times now that this has occurred this year. Trevor Lawrence on a handful of times is under any kind of duress, navigated the pocket, stepped up, took off and ran, or found a receiver downfield or got rid of the football, whatever the case may be. But I think the surprise was Walker Little being inactive yesterday. And I'm curious to see as the week plays out how things are going to go, because I was led to believe he had cleared the concussion protocol and was told that the expectation was he would start this week, but that if he didn't play well, that the hook was going to come. And that Cole Van Lanen, as Liam Cohen said last week, was playing like a starter, had earned a starting level job. Tony, I'm very curious to see. I mean, why if Walker Little, you would think, all right, maybe he's not better than Cole Van Lanen's playing at the moment, but he's one of your top handful of tackles. Should be active on game day, if healthy. But here's another notch in the Van Lanen belt of not allowing your quarterback to get hit. If Walker Little's active next week, I mean, I do believe, from what I'm told, and it's not just a belief, I was told that over the weekend that Walker Little, the plan was to start him this week. I don't know if that changes now because Van Lanen's just playing that well.
I really wish DG9 was here for us to have this discussion with, because the Jags have had so few of these kind of moments basically in franchise history, but the moment like this they've had is that 05 run, right? It's Byron's out. Garrard comes in. He goes 4-1. Now they're getting ready for that wild card matchup against the Patriots to begin the playoffs. And there was a lot of discussion about who should play quarterback for the Jaguars that week, right? And we've talked to players that were in that locker room that have told us they felt like they should have played Garrard.
Go with the hot guy.
Right. Like, they felt that way about it. And I get, we're hearing from logs and everyone who's around, kind of covering the team here for the last week saying players shouldn't lose their job due to injury. And my head kind of goes, well, this isn't about him losing a job due to injury. Cole Van Lanen is playing better than Walker Little did when he was on the field, right? So if that's the way that it's going, especially getting ready for this matchup this week, with the implications that are still on the line for this Jaguars team, how does the coach do the math, the calculus on the decision of, even if Walker Little is healthy and ready to go, the level that Van Lanen is playing at, I don't know how you easily make the decision to take him off the field at this point, given how good everything looks in the offense. And it reminds me of that run in 05. And the decision, it was a tough decision that somebody had to make. Del Rio made the call that he made. They got beat badly that day, so we all have the hindsight thing with that call as well. Because if you felt at all like Garrard should have been starting that game, well, now you look back on it and go, well, duh, he should have started that game, right? They got beat so bad that day by the Patriots. I think it was 28-3 was the final of that playoff game that year. I don't know how this game is going to go against Denver this week, but I do think it's a really, really tough call for somebody to make. And I don't think you don't lose your job due to injury needs to play into this basically at all with how well Cole Van Lanen is playing.
Right. It's not like, okay, I got injured and therefore no matter what this guy does, he's got the job now. Right. He's gone in there. I mean, look, again, the most infamous case of losing your job due to injury, talk to Drew Bledsoe, because it opened up the whole Tom Brady era.
Absolutely.
They didn't go back to Bledsoe because they stuck with Brady. And Bledsoe was, at the time, on a $100 million contract, which was, the biggest in league history.
Yeah.
They were fully financially invested in that guy, and he lost his job because Brady took advantage due to injury.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And I get it. And that's exactly what I was told, though, that this regime is very sensitive to set that precedent, right? But, again, this, like you said, it's not like, well, you've just been hurt, we're going to go with somebody else. The other somebody else is playing at a higher level, it appears.
And the stakes are too high in this game this week, it would appear, to go with the Walker Little plays till we don't want to play him anymore.
I agree.
Right? I think the stakes are just too high to play it that way.
Against this particular defensive matchup.
I think you could do that against the Titans, right, if that was the week that all this was happening, but I don't think it should be this week.
All right, back to the lines we go. Cody is up next here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, young man. Duval.
How are you guys doing this morning?
All good, man.
Pretty well.
Same, guys, same. Man, I am so fired up for this weekend, man. I'm heading to Denver on Saturday morning, 10.5-hour drive, ready to see my Jags put a beating on the on the Broncos. Man, I'm fired up, guys. Liam Cohen should be Coach of the Year. I don't care what anybody says. He has turned Trevor completely around. This team is looking amazing. And I also want to thank Shad Khan, because if he did not get rid of Trent Baalke, we might have not had Liam Cohen as our coach.
You would not have had Liam Cohen as your coach. There's no might have at all. I mean, yes, so Shad Khan gets some credit for ultimately making the decision, but that was a Tony Baselli instigated thing. You want to thank anybody, thank Baselli for convincing Shad Khan the error of his ways and to move on there. And there's no question that there would be no Liam Cohen here. And as far as the Coach of the Year goes, let's get through the year and let's see where the dust settles. I'm not. Here's the only thing I'd like to see is him included in the conversation. I'm not saying he is definitively the Coach of the Year.
Good candidates.
The Patriots stunk last year too.
Yeah.
Let's not forget they had a higher draft pick than the Jaguars, and Vrabel's got him at the top of the AFC. I know they're second behind Denver, but you get the idea. They're right in the mix there, and Ben Johnson's been excellent in Chicago for the most part, right? And so there are other good candidates out there. And
Texans were 0-3.
Yeah, that's right. But they are what they are.
Yeah.
I would put Liam Cohen squarely in that conversation, and I would have no problem saying he should be considered among the favorites. But to say Liam Cohen is Coach of the Year, I mean, look, I get it. You're entitled to it. You're a Jaguar fan. I just want to see him included in the graphic, in the discussion. Put him up there and talk about him. Don't ignore what's happening, or better yet, do. Because in the end, do you really care if Liam Cohen wins Coach of the Year, or would you rather the Jags use any perceived slights as fuel to go on a deep playoff run?
Right.
I'll take the latter.
And you could see it in that, talking about the matchup this week against the Broncos, right, and the disrespect kind of thing we're talking about right now. The Denver Broncos were a home underdog yesterday against the Green Bay Packers. Does that look like that fueled that game a little bit?
Yeah, well, they also looked like they were well on the way towards earning that moniker when Green Bay went up 2 scores in the third quarter, and it didn't go their way. And then they had a couple of devastating injuries with Watson and Micah going out. Micah expected to be done for the year with a torn ACL. They're saying Watson's not season ending, but that's a dude who gets hurt a lot. Let's get Scott in Orange Park next here on Jaguars Today. Scott, happy Victory Monday. What's on your mind?
Happy Victory Monday, Mike and Tony.
Duval.
Hey, just want to bring Jags family back to the bye week after the Rams beat us up a little bit. And anybody that consumes Jag media probably remembers the everything is front of this team meeting. And, who knows what's said behind the scenes, but at this team meeting, you had Gladstone and Big Bo back there at the back of the auditorium watching, and they were showing highlights. Lloyd, ETN, Dewey, and Parker. LeQuint took responsibility for getting the wrong block. Coaches took responsibility, but I want to speak specifically about them putting images or videos of BTJ and the running catches and Cam Little nailing these field goals. It's just a master class of coaching. There's a lot of things that could have happened after that beatdown, but the coach went in there, pumped his guys up, and reminded them what they have to look forward to, who they can be. And I just thought it was awesome, and it makes so much sense now to see how well they're doing, and just an awesome coaching job.
All right, appreciate it. I do think he's pulled a lot of the right levers and pushed the right buttons, but let's also not forget that 2 weeks later they were collapsing in the fourth quarter versus Houston. So it wasn't like we just turned everything around at that moment, right? And even after that Houston game, you've gone to overtime with Arizona. Wins are good, though. Like
the 2-point conversion against the Raiders.
Look, in the end, if they had beat the Jets 20-17, I would have been like, they kind of played with their food, but they got the win and they got the important thing. But no, they showed up and they're showing you that they're a team that is capable of living up to expectations when they raise those expectations themselves.
Yeah. Nothing is everything, but all of it adds up to this. Right? It's kind of the way that I look at it. It's like not one thing is the reason that they're able to do what they're doing right now, but everything that they have gone through so far this season, getting this team ready, all the things that they have gone through has got them to where they are right now. And again, I reiterate, enjoy it. Right? Like, I don't think you have to think all that hardly about even why it's happening the way that it's happening for the team. Just see it, recognize it, and go, look at us. Right? Like, I think that's the right attitude to have about it right
I do think, though, that the overall sentiment is correct from Scott there. Liam Cohen has done a fantastic job on a lot of levels, getting this team prepared, helping Trevor Lawrence develop along
It's not
the way.
going to – Liam Cohen going into his second year as a head coach is not going to be a detriment when they go into free agency next year. I can
Not
tell
at
you that.
all, especially to anybody on the offensive side of the ball. But, no, absolutely. And beyond that, like creating an atmosphere where I really think these guys have an esprit de corps and a spirit to them. You see them in the post-game locker room. I don't think you fake the genuine reaction that they had to him. I think that everyone's loving on everybody right now because he's preaching certain things, and as they adhere to his tenets, they're getting results. And that's the bottom line, because all that you can say all the same things. If you're finding ways to lose these games, you can lose the locker room along the way. We've seen it happen a million times.
Good culture is a winning culture, and they have one.
They're winning right now, so they do have a good culture. Exactly right. By the way, high-scoring team in Jaguar history, 2017 at 417. 2007 did 411. 2022 at 404. So all those teams topped the 99 team at 396. Jags right now at 376 have several others to leap over, but they've got several games left to do that to potentially be the most high-scoring offense in the franchise's history. We'll take a timeout. More of your calls. Tony will take us around the other less important teams in the National Football League. This is Jaguars Today on a Victory Monday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pre-Game Friday.
We've saved the best for last.
Who's in, who's out, who's on Upset Watch. And I like it. Pre-Game Friday, built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
It's the end-of-year sales event going on now at Atlantic Infinity. This is Hayes Carlyon. Get 0% interest on select new Infinity models and special lease offers on the stunning QX60. Luxury, performance, and style, all in one drive. All new vehicles are backed with the exclusive Atlantic Infinity Promise. That's over $7,000 in added value just for buying smarter. Visit AtlanticInfinity.com to see all new models or visit the showroom near Atlantic and St. John's Bluff.
It's a Dreamfinders Homes Monday.
Official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers to find out more.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
In Northeast Florida, power outages are unavoidable, but losing comfort, security, and peace of mind doesn't have to be. With a Generac home standby generator from American Electrical Contractors, your power comes back on automatically the moment an outage begins. As Jacksonville's leading and one of the longest-running Generac dealers, American Electrical Contracting has the experience you deserve. Be prepared. Protect your home and family. Protect your business. Generac standby generators from American Electrical Contractors. Call 737-7770 or online at american-electrical.com.
He's not a senior citizen. He's Jacksonville's senior writer, John Osher. And knows your favorite football team. Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Served up by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Next time you head into a Gate convenience store, look for Form Energy Drink. Designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus. Straight from Dana White and AB. Celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Form Energy at a Gate convenience store.
Bold flavors make great gifts. Buy a $50 Flame Broiler gift card for friends, family, or co-workers and get a free bottle of the legendary magic sauce. Visit any 5 Jacksonville locations or flamebroilerusa.com.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Hey, folks, it's Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter, Amber, and she's been telling you how much weight she's dropped with Awaken 180. It's hard to believe. Even in football season, even when she hangs out with her friends, and even when she tailgates and does all that stuff, she's still losing weight. You can even drink alcohol. Can you believe that? Well, Awaken 180 shows you how to swap calories, not flavor. You have to be disciplined, but they make it easy. Amber and I talk about this all the time. She can't believe how easy it is, and she's so excited about it. But what I will tell you is it's really working. I see how excited she is. I see the look on her face. I see how her self-esteem has changed and her confidence. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened with my daughter, and it means that much to me. Now, Awaken 180 programs are reimbursable with your HSA or FSA, and those HSA dollars expire December 31st. Don't leave money on the table. Call Awaken 180 today and kickstart your transformation before the new year. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or go to awaken180weightloss.com.
Save some money this holiday season and buy pre-owned. That's right, pre-owned. Pre-owned guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and especially jewelry. Buy big, save bigger at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
DG with the day off. DG stands for don't gotta. Don't gotta show up today. I'll be back next Victory Monday. Come too commonplace for David Garrard. Now, he's on assignment today, and he has told me he will rejoin us next Monday on the program. We look forward to that, always spending some time with David Garrard. He said, also, this is the Trevor Lawrence we've all been waiting for. Go Jags. So there you go. That's DG's input on that. You're right. And again, does that mean Trevor has passed the threshold where he's never going back? I don't think so. Every quarterback goes back to some degree. Look at Darnold, right? Darnold was carving it up yesterday. And he's been, like, that offense in Seattle is kind of, it's been okay lately, right? I mean, they settled for a lot of field goals yesterday.
Other than Jackson Smith and Jigba, that offense is
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I think, when we're having the conversation about Trevor and we maybe make too much about the mistake when we see it kind of thing, and we mentioned the guys that he's playing on level with or could be playing better than him, and I think Stafford's in that group. You think if Trevor Lawrence throws a pick like he threw to Hutchinson that we don't all go nuts? Like, how on earth can a player that's
standing
any
right
good
in front of you,
ever not see that? And it's like, well, it happens.
It does.
Like, every now and then guys just get beat. They're really good on the other side, too. It happens in the league.
All right, back to the lines we go, and then we'll go around the league coming up here. Regina is next on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Regina.
Hey, guys. How sweet was that?
Very.
And very sweet. I enjoyed the game a lot. My criticism about Trevor was that no situational awareness. He seems to have, whatever Liam has done is confidence. He seems, and I hope he keeps the ghosts away. But for me, watching him, he threw balls on a dime. He used his legs when he needed to. Didn't throw any picks. I mean, the situational awareness of Trevor was like A++. And to go along the theme of whether Cole Van Landen's going to be put in Liam Cohen, I trust. He'll do what's best for the team. They've already let people go who weren't team players. So I trust that Liam will make the best decision for the team. And I think using that, the media doesn't give the Jaguars credit, but that's being used, even Liam Cohen's using that to his advantage. So I want the Jags to play with a chip. 2 questions. I want you to, and he sat Mason down after that personal foul. I didn't catch the other 2 personal fouls, if you did. And who votes for Offensive Player of the Week, that Trevor got nominated?
I think you can vote, like, if you go to NFL.com if I'm not mistaken. You can vote yourself, Regina. They have that as an option to vote for like the NFL passing game player of the week. One of the unsportsmanlikes is on Brian Thomas. Trying to remember who the other one was on. You remember who the other one was on?
Greg Newsome.
That's right, Greg Newsome. So, yeah, Newsome and Thomas, and then Mason Smith. You're Mason Smith, man. Like, hey, Brian Thomas, we don't want you doing that either. You're helping us out in a lot of other ways. Right? Like, we're not going to necessarily curtail your playing time. Mason Smith, come on. De'Ami Brown, come on. Like, you sit around all game waiting for an opportunity. Here's a chance. Get back in the good graces. You got 10, 12 minutes of playing time coming up here to go out and make a mark in a positive fashion, and then your first touch, you come around the corner and holding the ball all sloppy and get it knocked out on a team that's created, prior to that, 2 turnovers the entire year.
Yeah.
So not a good look. There were some definitely things that needed to be cleaned up. No question about it. Regina, we appreciate you as always. I'm quite sure you can here you go. Well, that's at NFL.com. They got the Pro Bowl voting up there. I haven't seen the player of the week stuff, but I'm sure I will be able to dig that up for you. All right, let's get to Dave next here on a Victory Monday on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Dave.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. I listen all the time. Love the show.
Thank you.
Just calling to say, just another great week. Rolling up this jetpack. It's been a great season for the team, especially I say it all the time when I call in. I live right across from Philadelphia, so you can only imagine the flack that I get being a Jags fan. But long story short, it's great. Also, a friend of mine who's a Colts fan called me and pretty much conceded that the division is ours, and especially as I'm in my mid to late 30s, so to grow up and pretty much most of my life getting punched on by the Colts, they kind of get that, kind of feels like, foul and kiss the ring. So it's great to be a Jags fan. Love the show. Love all you guys, and just keep it going.
All right, thank you, Dave. I would say this on that front: the Colts have no say in it. like if the Texans want to concede the division, all right, fine.
Feel free to this week.
The Colts conceding the division at this point is just a half step up from the Titans conceding the division at this point. I don't fear the Colts making a run to get back in position to win the AFC South. So anyway, always good to hear from you, Dave. Thank you for the call, and just glad Jaguar fans are excited, man. You should have a lot to be excited about today, right? And you can critique them all you like, but you should revel in it a little bit as well. And just, man, I mean, Travis Etienne, what a phenomenal day for him yesterday. Trevor Lawrence, what a phenomenal day. Another good, solid day from Jacoby Myers. Jets adjusted in the second half, I think, tried to take him away a little bit more, Tone. Trevor spread the ball around to some other guys. And, Brian Thomas had another productive day. Parker Washington. You didn't even get much out of Brenton Strange except for the deep ball he threw to Brian Thomas, right? When Brian did the little hezzy move on the guy and then just kicked it into gear. Did you see the blocks Brenton Strange threw on that play? Yeah. He's got 2 guys coming off the edge unblocked. He got them both. He took the inside guy first, rocked his world, then he shifted to the outside guy. And if you watch the replay, you'll see the pass goes down. Your eyes are following the ball. You're downfield. And then they come back and the camera pans to Trevor and Brenton Strange like going, yeah, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I don't know what they were saying, but you get the idea. It was that kind of
It'd be like, did you see Brenton Strange when he was mic'd up last week?
Yes.
The player there was like, you a little boy. Like he's talking trash on the field to him. I mean, so great.
He's a full-grown man out there. There's no question about it. All right, let us take a look around the National Football League.
Now, gems around the NFL. Brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Houston running back Woody Marks and corner Derek Stingley both left their win over Arizona and were unable to return to the game yesterday. Marks with an ankle injury, Stingley with an oblique injury. Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes suffered a torn ACL, and just a few minutes later, the Chiefs were eliminated from playoff contention in 2025. Green Bay edge rusher Micah Parsons suffered a non-contact knee injury. Reports last night were that Parsons would be undergoing an MRI to determine the extent of that injury, but the initial reports do indicate that it is a torn ACL. We'll see if that gets confirmed today. Wide receiver Christian Watson left with a shoulder injury, but it's not reportedly anything serious for him. And Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Devontae Adams suffered a hamstring injury that he's been kind of nursing for the last couple weeks through the weekend practice. During the fourth quarter of their win over Detroit yesterday, he was unable to return to the game.
All right, thank you, Tone. And wait, where are the Gardner Minshew stands right now? Gardner's better than Trev, too.
I saw that last throw, and it's like, I'm glad I had the direct comparison to I got to watch Phillip Rivers throw yesterday. It's like, that's it.
Yeah,
like that's kind of
like a shot put heave. Like, what are you doing? You didn't even need. All you needed was like 10 yards to get in field goal range, and you were already on the borderline of being in field goal range. And I think 10 yards would have made it a super makeable field goal to tie the game. And if you missed it, Gardner Minshew decided, I'm just going to heave it downfield and kind of throw it up for grabs here to Kelsey in that general area.
Has a chance. But yeah, Derwin's not going to allow any of that kind of nonsense.
No. And he got intercepted. And again, it's coming off the bench. I'm more just feeling it a little bit on behalf of Trevor Lawrence right now.
What about Nathan Rourke, CFL MVP?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, we made a major mistake. I mean, that's what the fans want, right? That's why I was told. That's why this team doesn't get it. We let guys like Nathan Rourke go. Oh, so do every other team in the NFL, apparently, because he ain't playing in the NFL. So, he's I'm guessing Nathan Rourke will be mentoring Diego Pavia as Pavia's holding the clipboard for the next half season until he runs himself out of the CFL.
We'll see. Yeah.
Man, I knew nothing about him personally, and wish it was still the case after watching him.
Oh, he's a cocky little kid.
I mean, cocky doesn't begin to describe it, and little kid is a perfect description. He's like 3 feet tall, bro. Like, seriously, he's standing next to full-grown men, and he's like coming up to their belt. Like, what are you going to do after college? I hope you're saving your NIL money. Diego.
He's a little guy. Plays big.
Little somebody will be paying him a lot of money in media or some kind of Instagram.
Will they? They'll have to get him a booster seat.
He's a personality.
Man, he's 5'6" if he's anything. I mean, he's, oh, my gosh. Anyway, I didn't have a dog in the fight, but, just quite surprised by some of his antics this weekend at the Heisman ceremony.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of it. I was doing other stuff. I just had it on in the background, but I've heard Diego before.
Yeah, I gotta watch it in real time, but I was like, he was trending all Saturday night for basically the way he was coming off, and people were like, oh man, if I didn't have a rooting interest in the Heisman, I do now, kind of thing. So anyway, and again, like I said, a very wee fellow, just a tiny sprite of a man. All right, so more on the Jags straight ahead. Victory Monday rolls on. We don't have to worry about that. You could put Diego Pavia on Trevor Lawrence's shoulders, cut him in half, and you'd have 2 full-size quarterbacks still left over. Wouldn't that be fantastic? 641-1010 if you want to get in on Jaguars today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Apex Roofing and Contracting. Spent some time with their management team recently out at lunch, and they really stressed that even in a tough economic year, they wanted me to pass along a big thank you. Apex is locally owned, and they truly appreciate every homeowner and business owner here in Jacksonville who trusts them with roof repairs, replacements, or construction projects all year long. So from the entire Apex crew and from me, happy holidays to all of our listeners, customers, and clients. And remember, for quality work from a team that cares about our community, go to apexroofingfl.com.
Jaguars today. You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service. Duval all day. Search 1010XL Jaguars on YouTube.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000, and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
Jaguars today.
It's a Dream Finders Homes Monday.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
Yo, it's your main man ET here for Twin Peaks, and this season of giving starts with getting. Twin Peaks launches their holiday bonus card event. Buy a gift card for someone on your list, and we'll hook you up with a bonus card just for you. Because giving feels great, but getting rewarded for it, even better. Share the gift of crave-worthy food, ice-cold 29-degree beers, and a good time at Twin Peaks. And treat yourself while you're at it. Twin Peaks. Eat, drink, scenic views. Bonus cards are redeemable January 1st through January 31st, 2026 at participating locations.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, I'm worried.
You? Really? About what?
Well, I like to have a little seasonal potluck. You know, invite some friends and neighbors and guys from the office. But if the food gets spicy and the party gets rocking and that old toilet in the two-piece can't handle the traffic, well, what if my drain backs up right in the middle of everything?
Dude, imagine you're wearing my sunglasses.
Okay. Shoomp. Whoa.
If you're planning to host a holiday party and a blocked household drain line threatens to ruin the whole thing, call us and tell us. The drain clearing experts at Bueller Air & Plumbing will unclog your drain for free.
You do that for free?
It's Christmas.
Yeah, but for free?
The holidays can get pretty hectic. If a clogged drain line threatens to ruin the whole thing, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
What racehorse won the Belmont Stakes by 31 lengths? The answer next.
When your homeowner's insurance policy is up for renewal, it's a good idea to shop around to find a better plan. Southern Oak Insurance for over 20 years provides Floridians a clear option. SouthernOak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Secretariat won the Triple Crown in 73, including winning the Belmont by 31 lengths.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
We love talking sports on 1010XL, and I-9 Sports loves giving kids the perfect way to grow up playing the game. Spring and summer registration going on right now. Log on to i9sports.com to see all they've got to offer for kids ages 3 and up. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount. Year-round sports all across the First Coast. St. John's, Duval, and Clay. Sign up now for spring and summer. Great new locations added like Tocoy Creek High School and Westside Middle. Get your kids in the game with I-9 Sports. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount at i9sports.com.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Man, we're just talking about the way some of the high school games ended. I mean, Reigns ends in thrilling fashion, basically, with 10 seconds left. They score the winning points. Lake Mary, Dylan was telling me, takes a safety intentionally.
No, the other team did.
Oh, the other team did. And kicked to Lake Mary. And Lake Mary won it on a walk-off Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the team, I think it was in New Orleans.
Yep.
And then
Louisiana.
Right, guy takes a knee, quarterback takes a knee. And even with the timeouts, they're going to be able to make them burn their timeouts and get rid of the ball. And instead, the guy takes his helmet off, throws it in the air, 15-yard penalty, clock stops, ref gives them their timeout back. You don't need a timeout here because it's dead ball. And so then they decided we're going to take the knee out of shotgun a couple of times to move, just take a few more seconds off. Ended up being 4th and 40, punt blocked, partially blocked. Kid walks it off with a 45-yarder, which is not easy. What's your kicker's range, would you say?
At Baldwin?
Yeah.
Confidently?
Yeah.
He can kick it from anything within 35 yards.
35 yards, right? So this guy hit a walk-off from, like, the far hash, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, didn't have the angle. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I saw Seabass kick for Seabreeze a couple of times in high school.
Yeah, high school kicking, what we do when I'm doing track practice, I look at soccer. I'm like, who's got the best leg? I go, have you played football? The answer is usually no. I said, you need to be our kicker. And that's how we usually get our kicker.
Good to know.
Yep.
We had a guy, I think DeLand beat Seabreeze once on a 50-yard walk-off, which at the time, like in the 80s, bro, nobody's kicking a 50-yard field goal in high school. I'm here to tell you. Now it's like in the pros, 60 is the new 50.
Well, in high school, you can still use a block, which helps you a little bit.
Okay,
But
all right.
Still pretty impressive in high
that
school.
little 1-inch little T, basically, you're talking about? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tony?
Bowles long on the season was 42.
42.
Yeah.
Right. So this guy walked it off from 45. A lot of pressure. Anyway, crazy high school football. All right, let's get back to it on a Victory Monday. Darren, you're probably pretty happy this morning. Darren, you're on Jaguars Today. What's up, buddy?
Duval.
What's going on?
The national media can suck it, man. Let me tell you something. Let's just take care of our business like we've been doing. And, I'm not scared of Denver. I'm not scared of none of them. If our guys go out there and play like we're capable of doing, we have shown that Liam Cohen is the man. He can put a game plan together for each and every team. Going back to Robert Salas, apparently he's been stealing a lot of signs all over the league this year.
I guess, right?
Right? And but anyway, something, I want to say this. I'm not getting ahead of myself, but it's fun to do as a fan. People don't realize we don't have to beat 8 or 10 teams in the playoffs. We beat 3 and we're in the Super Bowl. And so a lot of these other teams are going to be taken out by other teams. So I was sitting back this weekend and it was just so fun to think about the possibilities of what could happen, guys. Loving it. Have a happy Monday. And we are wearing our Victory Monday shirts today, and we are having a blast.
Amen,
Go
brother.
Jacksonville.
Go Jags. Thank you, Darren. Tony, let's play a little match game here off the cuff. You ready?
Okay.
The national media can do something.
What can they do?
The national media can suck it, according to Darren. According to Darren, I'm talking about, a Charms blow pop, I'm sure, is what he is discussing right there. But thanks for playing along. Let's go to Brandon on the south side.
called one of the Jets defenders a sucker yesterday.
He called. I know he was not pleased with the. He was pleased, but he was questioning
going for
the
fourth.
Brees Hall. You're going to go for it on 4th down, right? And then as soon as they shift Brees Hall out of the backfield, I'm like, I ain't going for it.
Yeah, it was pretty great. Like, they came back from a break on the radio, and Frank was like, the Jets just went for it on 4th down. What are your thoughts on that?
What do I say?
They're stupid.
That was stupid. Something like that. It sounded very Baselli-like, is what it sounded like. But, what are you're going to run laterally and then kind of backwards.
Yeah.
It made no sense.
Yeah, but
It's
one of the
4th and
Trevor
1.
Lawrence touchdowns, something happened with a player that, flashed and the defender ran to him. And Logs described him on the broadcast as a sucker.
Oh, he bit.
Yeah.
He bit. That's what happens sometimes. Brandon on the south side is next on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Brandon. Duval, Brandon. What's up?
Duval. Hey, man, love a Victory Monday here, right?
No doubt.
Yes. If you're asking, the answer is yes.
So quick question. I'd love to see this trend from Trevor continue into next year. Who do you think is going to be the most important signing on offense? Is it going to be Cole, the Wall, Van Lanen, Trevor, touchdown, ETN, or Jacoby, catches hands, Myers? I'll take my comments off.
Yeah, I think I'd be catching some of those hands is what I'd be doing. And I think that is their priority, is that Jacoby Myers. Will not surprise me if they get it done before the season ends.
Yeah.
Really. And people say, they got to focus on task at hand. No, they don't. There are a bunch of different departments here. James Gladstone's not putting together this week's game plan against the Denver Broncos. James Gladstone has plenty of time to talk to Jacoby Myers' agent, who is not going to be practicing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. If they want to do that, these things happen.
Well,
guys get extensions in season. You don't have to adhere to the bulky method. For sure.
No,
but
and it's clear watching the way that the Jaguars offense has evolved over the course of the season. Look, they need somebody to threaten the middle of the field. I think that's what is going to make the Jaguars offense under Cohen. If it's going to be as efficient as it can be, they have to be able to work the middle of the field. And when you didn't have Jacoby Myers or Brenton Strange available, how are you going to do it?
Right. You're hoping Parker Washington could play above his size.
Right. They tried it early in the year with Brian Thomas junior
Mm-hmm.
That's not something that he seems to be comfortable doing. Okay. Right? You have to pivot off of that kind of thing. You can't just keep forcing that square peg into that round hole and expecting different results. Maybe Brian Thomas Jr. develops that at some point in his career, but he doesn't appear to have it right now. They have to find something else that can. I think Hunter was giving them some of that. Right, when he was available to him, and he's willing. right? Like when he was available to the team, he was willing to run those routes over the middle of the field, but you don't want him getting hit like that over and over and over again, right? Like that, you wanted to not expose him to that if you didn't have to. Well, now they don't, right? Like Jacoby Myers being a part of it they retake the middle of the field, and it opens up everything else in the pass game for him. That's at least the way it looks to me.
I want to say it was his third catch. He got blown up pretty good.
And he just
and he popped up. He's like, yeah, me, baby. That's me. Like, that's right. I'll take this all day.
Yeah.
And so I would, look, and I would not be surprised if Cole Van Lanen's a higher priority than Travis Etienne. I just wouldn't.
Neither would I.
I mean, I think, you're talking about a guy. How many guys do you have that you can just develop and think, man, this might be our left tackle for the next 4 or 5 years, right? And that's what you're finding. I mean, what's more important, the left tackle or the running back? Look, is Saquon having the same year this year? Is the offensive line the same in Philly? Now, I get it. There are different circumstances, right?
Yeah.
But you could be great, but you may not be able to display it if you don't have the guys up front that can get the job done.
Yeah.
To me, Myers is priority 1. I'd put Van Lanen 2 in terms of the offensive guys. And I mean, don't forget Devin Lloyd's got to get in this mix here. Look, it's a nice problem to have that you have players that you legitimately want to retain because they're good.
Yeah, even nicer that we might not even have to think about any of it until March. Right? Like the way they're playing right now, we're going to have, whenever this season ends, we're going to have a lot of time where it's just, let's reflect on what happened with this football team.
Sure, but if they want to announce any time in the next 3 weeks that they're getting any deals done with these guys that we're discussing, I'm very happy about that, right? Because I've got, if you don't have confidence in the regime at this moment, I don't know what they could do to, be 14-0 and beating everybody by 28 every week. I mean, that's just not realistic. So.
Are you saying that an extension signed for a Jaguars player this year might be more heralded than Walker Little was when it happened last year?
Trent Baalke would tell you he doesn't want to talk during the season, and then he'd sign a bunch of guys at the end of the year because he felt it would improve his job security. Because, look, these are my guys, and they're getting big extensions. They must be good. And sometimes they were, but other times they weren't. And let's not worry about him, man. That's old news. All right, final timeout. We'll come back with the last few thoughts on a victory Monday. Jags improved to 10-4. XL Primetime coming up at noon on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL, brought to you by San Jose Collision.
Former 5-star quarterback DJ Lagway reportedly will be entering the NCAA transfer portal. Lagway was ESPN's #1 dual-threat quarterback in the class of 2024. Lagway threw for 2,264 yards with 16 touchdowns and 14 picks during his sophomore season. With Lagway leaving, new head coach John Summerall will now take his pick to find the next Gators quarterback.
Dreamfinders Homes, Monday.
On Jaguars Today.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Hacker here for the best weight loss program that I've ever been on. You know, I hear some of my friends telling me about this medication they're on, or that medication they're on, or this shot they're taking. And I stop them and say, well, wait a minute. I lost over 100 pounds doing it the all-natural way with Awaken 180 Weight Loss. There was no medications. There was no shot once a week. There was the coaching I received from Awaken 180. There's the plan they put me on, and you see the results. Over 100 pounds of weight loss in less than a calendar year. The coaching I got was phenomenal. Not only did it help me lose the weight, it's helping me keep the weight off now that I'm in the maintenance program. Awaken 180 is the best weight loss program I've ever been on, and I tried them all. Go to awaken180weightloss.com, awaken180weightloss.com, or call 844-346-1800.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
Frank Frangie here to tell you about the coolest new thing, a putting green in my backyard that my friends at Sunshine Turf installed. Sunshine Turf can do the same for you. They'll come to your house, they'll create a custom design for your space, and you'll have an authentic golf course experience right in your own backyard. I freaking love it. Sunshine Turf is family owned and they made the process so simple. So visit sunshineturf.info or call them at 904-383-0243 and get a free quote today for your own putting green. Get it from Sunshine Turf.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, we had a question earlier. I think Regina asked about voting for the FedEx Air and Ground Players of the Week. I mean, honestly, if Trevor Lawrence doesn't win the Air Player of the Week, it's silly, right?
Why is
but
the award in existence?
Because, and then it's it's who people vote for. But if you go to NFL.com/voting/air-and-ground, okay? So voting/air and ground, but there's dashes in between air and ground. That's the page, the official page for the FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Week. I'm assuming the nominees get listed on Tuesday, I would think, right? Because you didn't want to include the Monday Night Football performers as well. And it's got, so it doesn't have the ability to vote on anybody right now, but it's got all the past winners on there and what have you. So that should be where you're able to find it, I presume, going forward. Quick few reactions to our question of the day. Just happy Victory Monday. What is your reaction to the Jags' 48-20 win? Scott said, I'm expecting this team to play good, and they keep on delivering. Cristiano said, is this real life? Let's see. Irish Diplomacy. Trevor's arriving. Liam Cohen has to have miracle quarterback pixie dust Baker, and now Trevor Wild. But his effect on this whole team is beyond special. Duval. Terrence said, this is that end of 2022, beginning of 23, Trevor Lawrence before the injuries, and he's cooking right now. I'll allow this one, Jeremy. Jeremy said, I know we're not supposed to talk draft till they're eliminated, but are the Browns about to have the 32nd pick? No, I hope so. I absolutely hope so. Alex, what a great win. Watching Trevor have time in the pocket to do something is amazing. Being able to feel confident in a Jags victory every week is a great feeling. My question is, anyone know how good a good spot to watch the Jags next week on Oahu? I'm going to say anywhere you can get the game would be a good spot on Oahu.
That's a humble brag.
Yeah, a little bit. So, guys, when I'm in Hawaii on Sunday, how will I take in Jags Broncos? I don't know. Check your local listings, man. I don't know what to tell you. But thank you for all the feedback. And look, be excited as a Jags fan. Like Tony said, don't worry about the future. Future will get here. Enjoy this season and what is still possible to come. All right, let's say hello to XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Big Sirs.
Gentlemen, how you doing?
We're quite well, as you can imagine today.
Yes.
Look, you're going to talk for the next couple hours about Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne and some of these guys that went off yesterday. I just like your quick take on what you saw from the offensive line.
They're solid. They're absolutely solid in their protection. They're picking up the schemes, the blitzes, the twists, all that kind of stuff. They've been outstanding. I have to give them their flowers. You know, I pound on them when they play terrible, but when they play great, I got to give them their flowers. They're playing outstanding right
now. I had heard, Leon, this weekend that they were going to start Walker Little. That was the plan, right?
I thought so, too.
And that they had told him, better play well because we won't hesitate to put Van Lanen in. And then he wasn't even active. So it's going to be interesting to see. But Tony made a good point. If you've been out for a couple weeks, Denver might not be the game to jump back in because they have some legitimate pass rush on that team.
Yeah. I mean, they're going with guys. I think they're going to go with Van Lanen again against the Broncos.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. They're going with guys they trust. I mean, Walker Little, quite frankly, this season has been on the up, inconsistent as far as his play.
Hey, look, we may need Walker Little at some point to play meaningful football for this team. And maybe as soon as this week, who knows, right? So I'm not trying to write him off. I'm hoping for the best if he gets in there, but can't deny that Cole Van Lanen has been outstanding.
He has been.
You know, so
it'll be a little bit of a challenge now next week against the Broncos defensive front.
No question about it. Yeah. It's a step up in weight class. I mean, they've won 11 in a row, right? And so for us to say, the Broncos are nothing, but there's a difference between being good and being a team you have to fear. I don't fear the Broncos.
No, of course not.
You know, they're definitely gettable, but they've also found a way to come out with more points. They lost the 2 games they lost were by a total of 4 points. They're that close to undefeated this year.
And they're undefeated at home.
Right. And they're also probably, you could spread out about 15 points and give them 6 losses, too. You know what I mean?
True,
because they've won some 1-point games. They beat the Jets by 2, 13-11. Same Jets team. Now, that was about 2 months ago, so things change. But I'm
excited. It's going to be some playoff football.
We're excited to hear XL Primetime coming up. I'm sure you'll weigh in on the Heisman as well, maybe a little bit today, or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, we may. I was rooting for Diego.
Diego,
I was.
Were you? All right.
Yes.
I might have been up until I got a sense of that dude. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Diego Pavia fan, but whatever. Much more on the Jags today, I'm sure, Leon. Have a great show.
Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. There you go. XL Primetime coming your way. Checking the tape tomorrow, Tony. I think that will probably be pretty enjoyable.
I would imagine so.
I wouldn't doubt Logman at some point highlights the Brenton Strange double blitz pickup block.
Yeah, I think it would be probably a pretty safe bet that'll be a play that he highlights.
Right. I don't even know if it's like a double blitz, but it was like 2 guys coming free, and Brenton Strange got them both and allowed BTJ to go downfield on a double move.
Logs loves him from some Brenton Strange.
As well, you should.
We all do.
Now. And he was very, didn't have much of an impact in the passing game. Fine. Right? We had other guys to go to. For that week, you'll still be called on in the future. No doubt about it. All right, that's going to do it. Happy Victory Monday to all who celebrate. And we'll be back tomorrow with more Jaguar talk for Tony Smith and Dylan Denmark and the absent David Garrard. I'm Mike Dempsey. XL Primetime is next on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
It's D-Rock's Deep Dive into Jacksonville football.